Hi everyone, this is Neil Hingorani from Narragansett Engineering, and today we're looking at a link for a pix4d file. If you're a client and you had a survey done, we may have sent you a link. If you follow the link in the browser bar, which you can't see, you're going to end up on a page like this. Over to the right, over to the left, you're going to see a few tabs here. I'm going to hover over it with a mouse. You're going to see the Files tab. If you click on the Files tab, you're going to see all the pictures that were used to create the model. Those are helpful, those are nice. So if you click on a picture, it'll open the picture in detail. That's all pretty straightforward. If you click on the Map tab here, again over to the left-hand side, you're going to see a few tabs. You're going to see Annotations. We can click that on, we can click that off. What's going to happen is if we measure a distance or put a note in the file, that's that annotation layer. Two more layers, you're going to see something called a DSM, which is essentially a digital surface model. We turn that off, we see the colors are removed, we turn it back on, the colors are back on. So if you actually click the bar itself, go over to the right hand side here, you can see a slider that gives you a range. So just for example, if we were to change the range here from, let's say 10 to 30, it's going to highlight all the elements that are in an elevation range of 10 to 30 basically. So we can adjust that slider in really any direction that we want. We can just pop this guy up to 50, and there you go. So it's color coded. The red colors are the higher elevations, the green and the yellow colors are the lower elevations. So this reacts just like a Google map. You can zoom in, you can zoom out, you can click on it, you can pan over. Off to the races from there. The last tab is what we call the ortho mosaic. So we're going to turn off the ortho, we're going to turn off the DSM. We're going to turn off the ortho mosaic and you're not going to see anything. Turn it back on and we can see the ortho mosaic. So this is the survey image compiled from all the base images. So same thing, you can zoom in, you can zoom out, you can look at features. Just when you do, just be patient. It's a lot of data, so it takes a moment to load. And then while we're in this map, if we go over to the corner here, we can click on a button. We can take notes. We can add our annotations here. Just a second. We can measure distances. So we just clicked on the 2 points in the upper right hand corner. To measure a distance. Okay, so we just measured 181.07 feet. If you right click, that gets you out of the distance, and a distance is shown up in our annotations tab. So if we turn the annotations tab off, the distance tab turns off. All right, let's get to the fun part. Over to the left hand side again, we're going to click on 3D model. Again, give this a moment to load. So this is basically a model of the site. Bottom right hand corner, if you click on settings, our slider's all the way over here, but you can see millions of points. You can turn that down. It will show a lower density of points. You can turn that up, it'll show a higher density of points. Click on point size, it's going to make the points unreasonably large. Now if you're doing a very wide open site with a low density of points, that might help. For us, generally, we want to be in the 0.2 range, maybe even up a little higher. That lets us see decent view without overcrowding. We can change the background color as well. I don't mind a white or a light blue personally. And then again, the point density, I usually leave it on the highest setting. Just be patient when you pan and zoom because it does take a moment to catch up with you. It is a lot of data flying around. So this map interacts kind of like a Google map. We're just using the mouse wheel here to zoom in and out. If we use the right click button, I'm on a Windows machine, we can rotate our model. So it's pretty intuitive. Just rotate it around a little bit and you'll get the feel for it. So we're just rotating. Same thing, zoom in, zoom out with the scroll. But again, be patient. It is a lot of data, so it does take a long time to load. I'm sure you guys can all see how fuzzy this house looks. If we zoom in a little bit, give it a moment. let it catch up. We're going to go to pause here. Okay, give it about 20 seconds, but this is a more fully loaded model. So we're doing this for survey purposes, which is what this plan's for. We generally do an overflight view. So road surfaces look great, ground surfaces look great, roof surfaces look great. The building facades themselves look okay. Again, remember we're flying this from up above at probably about a 60 to 65 degree angle. Our purpose here is mapping, not necessarily for a building elevation. That is something we can do. It was just not the purpose of this survey itself. So don't be surprised if you're panning and zooming around if you see some dark spots, especially underneath building overhangs, underneath decks, basically anywhere UAV couldn't see if it were 100 feet up in the air. So that's it. If you received a link and you would like to know how to navigate it, that's the procedure right there. There's a lot more we can do with the actual file on our computer, but this is actually pretty darn handy if you're a homeowner or possibly a consultant just looking to get some quick measurements on the data here or an elevation.